They shall burn. This battle bores me.
What's going on, guys? Godot here, and today I'm going to showcase you one of the most disgusting builds currently in Warcraft 3 that even someone without the usage of control groups would be capable of winning games.
I was pressing 2 and 1!
Alright, simmer down there, buddy. We're going to keep this video short and sweet and talk about the core baseline of the build itself. So, if you want to play a strategy that works against every race, other than human itself, and want to keep it one-dimensional yet consistent, a build that does it all and mostly only relies on kiting and understanding of timings, then this is the build for you.
Put more thought in your strategy and counter matchups, and you know, you really sat there and thought, okay, for this opponent, I'm gonna do this, for this opponent, I'm gonna do this. I respect you for that. Good shit.
The most fundamental aspect of this build is the build order, so let's dive into it. How to efficiently open up your build will make your life so much easier. First things first, produce some peasants. 4 of them going straight to the gold mine, 1's going to wood. But before you place the fellow onto wood, create an altar briefly and get him back to chopping. Let's call this guy the altar peasant, and we're going to keep an eye out on him until he harvests 20 lumber. The next peasant that comes out will immediately go onto wood. You should have 2 wood and 4 on the gold at the moment. During this downtime, I like to micromanage my peasants for more efficient mining.
Help! Help! I'm being
The
repressed!
second peasant coming out of your production will go directly into the gold mine. This is going to fulfill the allotted amount of 5 out of 5. Now, as you can see, the altar peasant has done his job. He will now complete the altar. Before the third production peasant comes out, your other wood peasant should have just delivered some lumber. You should be at 140 wood. This is enough wood to create all the remaining buildings needed. Blacksmith, barracks, and 2 farms will be built in that respective order. So every peasant that comes out, rally them to do so. Make sure to think about your base layout in this process. We're playing SimCity in this shit. Some pro players like to leave an opening on the side of where they're going to be creeping initially, others like to open it up on the middle for kiting purposes. You're going to produce a total of 8 lumber peasants, in which the final peasant coming out will create a farm. This is going to allow you to produce a max of 4 rifles, and once that's done, we've reached the final part of the build order. There are 3 suitable timings, at 24, 27 or 30 supply. This means between 2 to 4 riflemen. Slowing down your tech generally means faster and safer creeping, because not only will you have more resources producing riflemen, or a defensive arcane tower depending on the situation, but heavy militia usage will also provide you less lumber, so try to only use up to 3 militia before you tech. Generally playing at a higher level, depending on the race matchup and opponent's playstyle, you should adapt your tech timing. However, this is a guide for dummies, so I'm just going to recommend to tech around 27 to 30. This is just generally the safer optimal approach in most situations. Is it as simple as A, attacking the ground? Yeah, kinda, but when do you actually do that? The easy answer to this is push timings. Whether you're versing Orc, Night Elf or Undead, you want to hit them before they get to produce tier 3 units, because Riflemen will always be tier 2 units. So once you get to tier 2, you will want to immediately upgrade your Rifleman attack range, produce a Blood Mage and get up to or close to 50 supply. The sweet spot's going to be about 6 to 8 minute mark. By this timing you should at the very least have a level 3 Paladin, preferably 4 with the Holy Light and the Defensive Aura, a Blood Mage with Siphon Mana leveled up, and if you can, try to attain the Scroll of Healing before the push, while bringing 4 to 5 Militia. If you're versing Orc, kill the shop and bars, especially if they have no fortification. If you're versing Undead, kill the Ziggurats and shop again, if they're out of position. If you're versing Night Elf, once again, prioritize the shop and moon walls. And finally, if you're versing Human, you leave the game. The idea here is to cripple their sustain and unit production, while attempting to build your own shop and towers. You thought SimCity ended? Well, think again. These buildings will not only enforce your army, but it's also going to force the enemies to come out to deal with your buildings, running into choke points created by yours truly, and of course, don't forget to use peasants to help out in that regard. Make sure your Blood Mage is up in the front, acting as a tank, because hero armor sustains generally better damage reduction, sucking their mana dry while providing your Paladin infinite healing capabilities. Kiting is going to be your main mechanical prowess. The longer the fight progresses, the better it's going to be for you, as the whole idea is to strip away the opponent's abilities by draining their mana, while out sustaining them in the long run. You should also have the range advantage, and despite Riflemen having no base armor, with the addition of the Paladin aura, that completely changes their tankiness. That's why these days people are trying to counter Paladin rifle strat with heroes that either have a lot of AoE abilities such as the Brewmaster, or silences such as the Soul Burn coming from the Firelord, preventing the constant usage of Cypher Mana and Holy Lights. Well, with that being said, heal scrolls and good defensive positioning can prevent these counters, so depending on what you see, make sure to make adjustments. And that's really about it. If you liked this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. If this video gets up to 100 likes, I will create a part 2, which will primarily talk about more advanced tips and tricks for those looking to climb the high echelons of the MMR ladder. Thanks for watching, guys, and catch you guys in the next one.
Don't let him suck. Move heroes back. Move heroes back. Bro! Oh! You must like it!